Alright, we should be live. What's gaming gamers? It's your boy Olino, and as soon as I started streaming, garbage truck drove by my window, so hopefully that's not bothering you. Um, you can never really tell what the mic does and doesn't pick up, but I have to like open up OBS and check. But anyways, yeah, we're back at it with some more Hearts of Iron 4 Old World Blues. Again, if you've missed the previous streams where I've mentioned it. This is Hearts of Iron 4. So Hearts of Iron 4, World War II grand strategy game where you play as a country and you fight wars with other countries, make alliances, all that stuff. And it's supposed to be set in World War II. We're playing a mod for it set in the Fallout universe. So we are playing as Mr. House leading New Vegas. Of course, Mr. House being one of the major characters in Fallout New Vegas. So yeah, and you can see there's like the New California Republic, Caesar's Legion, all that fun stuff. Let me actually send the links out. Ugh. All right. I see these thumbnails, huh? Interesting. So when I send the links out, I change the titles later on for which part of the stream they're in. So yeah. But anyways, oh, we don't have a national focus. Okay. Huh. We can't do Vegas Prime yet. What is this even? Reconstructing Greatness. I'm not even sure what that... Oh, I think that gives a unique tech. Hold on, let me see. Is that unique robot tech? Or, yeah, the Prime prototype as a support robot. I'm not sure exactly what these guys do. Anyways. Can hopefully do that. But for right now, anyways, yeah. Caesar's Legion pushed pretty far through. They managed to get through the Mojave, and the right is Shady Sands, which is the capital of the NCR, of course. Fallout 1, Fallout 2. Shady Sands grew to become the capital of the New California Republic, the founding city of the New California Republic. Right now, we're just trying to do the old encirclement trick and get more people. Wow, they have a big factory advantage, but we're just, doing the old grind them down for their divisions. We've got them sub. They had upwards of like potentially 500 divisions. We've got them down to like 350. So we're definitely putting a dent in their army. And the NCR has managed to start pushing back some, which is good, because I don't want to have to fight taking over all of Caesar's Legion. That's a real pain. I also don't know if the NCR will just straight up annex. Well, I guess we have player-led peace conferences, so I can sort of dictate what happens to the wasteland, I suppose. I'd probably just actually break up a bunch of... If I could release a bunch of constituent states, that'd actually probably be pretty good that are independent. Like, give the NCR, like, some extra territory that they really want. But otherwise, I think I'll break them up into just constituent independent states, because I don't want to have to be managing all of... Like, I'm not going to... Especially if I have the NCR take most of the Legion, I'm not going to, like, try and annex everything. Especially since the NCR is going to... I believe they're going to end up going to war with us. So, yeah. We have that to look forward to. Well, research combat blimps, I suppose. Should probably also spend air XP, but... Speaking of air XP... Oh, we got some bombers, which we're not going to use. Right, and we're waiting to research fighters so that we can start contesting the skies, because otherwise our close air support is so expensive, we really can't afford to be losing close air support, because our close air support is not really good at dogfighting at all. It's the old bomb gliders. I think we could just get rid of these. So yeah, they have 6 air attack. The ground pounder, I think, yeah, drops down to 5 air attack, and I believe has even less agility. Yeah. So really not super great. We would much prefer to use dedicated fighters to contest the skies. Well, but yeah, I mean, yeah, we really just want to sit. That guy retreated. Oh, great news. Cool. Like I said, we're just kind of taking advantage. Eaten by Deathclaws, great way to start the stream. But whatever. But we'll just, so point being, we'll try to break down these guys and get a pretty good system set up. Can you get high ground attack bombers? I guess you can get these 12 ground... Well, their base ground attack is 12, so... Torpedo bombers, interesting. Actually, yeah, so are those torpedo bombers the best? You get a naval striker that's 15 naval attack, 2 naval targeting. 15 naval attack, 2.5 naval targeting. Interesting. You make these assault airships, which are absolutely insane, the amount of ground attack they have. Yeah, these 48 ground attack ones, these will just delete divisions, because that's, about 2.5 times the ground attack of our ground pounder close air support. The problem is you end up taking similar losses for, when it comes to anti-air because of the way anti-air damage is calculated, so it really doesn't end up working out in terms of probably want to actually can I cancel? Okay, let's say if I start researching this, and then can I switch back to this and spend whatever? Oh wait, it did use the air XP, okay. Guess it did that automatically. Either way, the point being we want dedicated fighters. What are these? Again, this is hard attack versus soft attack. And I think we just want to go the soft attack route. The soft attack just ends up mattering a lot more for what the AI... The AI just has a huge favor for infantry, which are going to have very little in the way of hardness, so you really want soft attack. That was a lot of divisions. Okay, so you see he keeps pulling... He keeps pulling divisions into, you see the divisions sort of run from the front line, and they have to come over here to reinforce this pocket that he keeps sending his troops into, which he's able to do because of the port. And because he keeps doing that, he has less and less troops on his front line, which makes his situation with the NCR, because the NCR still just keeps concentrating more and more divisions. Well, I don't think the NCR is really building more divisions, but either way, it just keeps making the situation worse for him. Okay, interesting. So that's sort of how it takes the divisions, because, okay, that division's going to pop up here. Okay, so part of the time is just the time it takes the divisions to actually move. Interesting. And we probably know all this because of our increased intel agency and radar, I'm guessing. So yeah, so we do want to keep consistently destroying, because that's going to cause him to keep reallocating new divisions and starting the process of moving them. But then sometimes he might decide that he needs divisions elsewhere, so then they start moving in. Interesting. Okay. Decided to do a naval invasion. Bold strategy. Yeah, we want to try and get him to sub 300 divisions. Again, he could navally invade us over here, conceivably, but I don't... Whoa. I don't... I mean, even if he does, we have our troops here to defend that choke point, so... My main concern is if somebody else does, like, a demand territory thing, and then we go to war, like if the Crazy Horns or something declare war on us. Just because that'll be annoying, so we have to redirect more Securitrons, even though we have a lot of Securitrons, actually. So, hold on. So, are we at 20 width? These guys have low supply. Do I want to put... Oh, wait, we could put... Oh, wait. Do the 20 widths not have max CNC? No, they do. Huh. I guess it just doesn't render correctly. Because I'm wondering if we want to do, like, mobile logistics, get our supply usage down. My big thing is I don't like how much manpower, that's going to increase our manpower usage by 30%. It's probably worth it to get our supply usage down by 30%. So I think it's worth the trade. Once we have assuming we have all the trucks and stuff. Are these guys all... No, these guys are 10 width. Okay, we want to switch these guys to 20 width. How about these guys? They're all 20 width, okay. The 20 width versus the 10 width. The 20 width have twice as many Securitrons, so they hit a lot harder, and they're a lot harder to break. So that's why we want to have them. Any states we can core? Nope. Again, because we're technically at war with the 80s and we haven't annexed their territory. Oh yeah, that's the big thing for us. We could annex all the territory from the 80s. So that would be a big benefit for us. How much war contribution do I have? 42%. Oh, land combat damage is insane to them. Wow. That's crazy. Almost dealt 100k casualties, despite taking only 500 casualties total. I guess that's another thing also. Our Air Force will also use a lot of men relative to our Army. Same thing with the Navy, because you can't get reduced manpower usage. Because the reason we're using so little manpower in our armies is because our armies are mostly robots. Did I justify on these guys? No. I really want to get his total divisions below 300. That'll be great. The NCR manages to retake the Boneyard, and yeah, the Boneyard, because I know the Boneyard's a very valuable state for the NCR. One of their main urban hubs. If they can retake that, they'll definitely be on the upswing. Another naval invasion. Not really working out for them. Another thing I've noticed is that if you keep the ports usually, another reason to do this is that because he can just send troops here, he's usually less usually less likely to do naval invasions, because they're like, oh, we already have a port, we'll focus on just putting divisions in there as opposed to doing naval invasions. But clearly these guys still want to keep trying to do naval invasions. What do we even have to modify government? Major business and navy designer. Sure, we'll do the heavy ship, and I'll go ahead and pick these just so I don't have to deal with them. kind of tempted to do the medical equipment. Increase soft attack, hard attack, reduce defense. That could be good. Kind of want the extra... just extra political power gain. I think the extra political power gain's good. And then 5% factories. The problem is we already kind of researched all the robots. Tool procurement, research speed, 10% naval base, air base, infrastructure. Yeah, that's all pretty good. We'll go ahead and grab those, and then I don't have to worry getting those modify governments. And oops, did I forget? I forgot to pick a focus, didn't I? Actually, I think we're done with our focuses, because we can't do New World Order until after, until we're at peace again. We can't do Vegas Prime until we do Architect of Destiny, which is locked behind New World Order, and we also need to control Hoover Dam and Helios 1. So yeah, I think we're just sitting on gaining political power then, which, I mean, we can use to core, which, speaking of, we're on Wasteland Pacification for the Tar Walkers territory. So yeah, we're waiting for that to get sorted out. Oh, 6 divisions? Oh boy. That's 8 divisions! Oh, that's a lot of divisions to destroy. That's really good. Less hard attack and piercing, but I think, yeah, but getting maxed out soft attack is really what... If we do ever end up putting these support companies, again, we're probably not going to really use them because they require so much manpower. But if we ever did want a little bit more oomph in our divisions and we have the manpower for it, then that is something we could do. Ah, yes, he's below 300 divisions max. He is definitely losing division. I also wonder if he's starting to, like, panic from having low divisions, so he's getting more desperate to cover his front lines. I don't know. For sanitation development, keep doing that to get those extra building slots. Again, we make tons of caps, so we can easily afford to do that. In fact, I should probably... I need to look for more of our nodes, because we could probably create, like, more trade routes and stuff. Potentially. I guess you can't pull those up from here. Alright, whatever. I won't worry about it right now. We don't, like, we're still making plenty of caps. It's not a huge deal. Again, if they actually start to retreat, they can escape and they won't get encircled, but that typically doesn't happen too much. Oh man, is he gonna put like 5 divisions in? 4 divisions, that's like 2%, over, like about 2% of his army. Go fight, win. That's the plan, eventually. I mean, in this case, it's more sit in one spot and just easily get a bunch of casualties. I mean, so many... I mean, most of the casualties we've dealt to him have all been in this region, so, yeah, there'd be about 150,000 dead bodies in that region at this point. So... would explain why sometimes divisions show up and then they're just like, we're just gonna go. I'm surprised this front line isn't completely collapsing with the NCR, though. Like, he's lost a lot of divisions. But that might also just that can potentially also just be explained by how how poorly the NCR was doing. Like, they absolutely would have won. Which I think Caesar's Legion, I feel like in most games I play, at least on this version of the mod, Caesar's Legion usually wins. How many units are Fallout lore accurate? It's the scale's kind of all over the place. So one thing they do is the overall amount of manpower is severely reduced in Old World Blue. So for example, if I were to make a 20 with infantry division, which do I have a regular infantry division? Yeah. So a 20 with infantry division in Old World Blues is 250 manpower. Whereas by comparison, I think in regular Hearts of Iron 4, which is supposed to be like, the actual World War II timeline, that'd be like 10,000 manpower, I think, or something like that. So the scale is definitely reduced, but we never get a good sense of like, in Fallout they never super specifically spell out how many troops they have. I mean, you could go by the game and be like, oh, well, I counted this many troops. But obviously the game doesn't really make sense because you have like 50 or 100 NCR troopers in the entirety of the Mojave, and the New Vegas itself only has 50 people living in it. So obviously that's not truly representative of the scale. So I think Old World Blues does a relatively good job. I think there's some things where, like, Mr. House mentions having, like, thousands of Securitrons, and one of these divisions is 250 Securitrons, so that would be, like, 40 of these divisions, which, I mean, would be a pretty formidable force. Yeah, that is the thing, is that it's just really hard to capture. Like, again, Fallout never really goes into lore like this is how many troops or whatever each side actually has, because they're obviously, they want the game to be representative of the in-game universe, but obviously lore-wise they can't do that because you just have, the game world would be so massive and you'd have so many NPCs and everything, and it just wouldn't be sustainable. So, oh boy, all Chichen Itza after a bloody campaign. Interesting. But yeah, so I would say that I think they do the best. I think they do a pretty good job with how limited the scope of the world is, but obviously, like, there are some things that just with Hearts, keeping Hearts of Iron 4 mechanics, you just can't really balance around too much. So, for example, New Vegas itself. So the reason why I've conquered all this territory up here as New Vegas is because it's just not possible to build New Vegas tall like you would be able to. It's sort of like more narratively, I suppose. Because if you think about it, like, Fallout's set in a post-apocalypse universe. So everywhere super depopulated. So that means that with technology and investment, you can theoretically re-densify a lot of areas by having a lot of people like move back into cities that have been devastated. And granted, you need to do like radiation cleanup and get agriculture going. But if you could do that, you could you could actually get like, old world cities again that would be absolutely massive relative to the post-apocalypse. But because of like balancing the way the Hearts of Iron 4 mechanics work, you're limited. They do increase the number of building slots in Old World Blues, so it's 30 as opposed to 25 in vanilla, so you can build taller. But again, you can't make New Vegas, have the same economic output as the entirety of the NCR, the entirety of the Caesar Legion, if you're confined to this small starting area. And I think it's more a limitation game mechanics. Now, I am interested in if they update New Vegas, because the Brotherhood of Steel actually has some interesting mechanics where they can, like, spend resources to basically, narratively, they're digging bunkers. And so they're basically building underground facilities that can put, they can have factories and schools and all that stuff to get a more robust population or whatever. Um, so yeah, that's a that's something to that's something I think is really cool. So like as the Brotherhood, because you're trapped within the NCR, you can't really expand anywhere, but you can basically dig down and get more factories and stuff. And so I think that's really cool. And I hope that they do something like that for New Vegas to make it more viable for House to survive. Because the AI House will just always get conquered by the NCR Caesar's Legion if they don't just fold to them. Um, because it's impossible for them to get the industrial output they need to in their starting territory to get the resources to actually be like able to fend off the entirety of the NCR, the entirety of Caesar's Legion, even though in the lore that is more representative of what they could do. I mean, that's literally what what's his face? What House does. That's why he wants all the Securitrons from the Securitron Vault, is because with all those Securitrons, nobody's going to mess with New Vegas, because the actual, like, he just has such a powerful army, even if the NCR Caesar's Legion were to come back, they would just take so many losses, and also the implication being House is going to start building new Securitrons, getting better technology, all that stuff. So. But like I said, can't do that in the mod. So what do? It's free real estate. We take up all this territory over here and start trying to develop something. Grain solicitations for more population. Yeah, sure. What does that get us to? 90 growth. We just get a lot more non-core population, but that's fine. Tourist trade, don't really care about. Oh, breach the facility, let's go. This is going to be great. Cool, so advanced air facility. Oh, cool, we can start doing advanced ballistics. Is any nation? Oh, that's it? Oh man, I was hoping we would get more stuff out of Area 51, but okay. That's the thing, north of New Vegas, there's the Area 51. You can actually breach the facility and get some goodies out of it. House also has his massive wealth pre-war and assets from prior. Yeah, I mean that's the big thing, is that, you know, all the knowledge he actually has with regarding like construction of robots, tooling, science, and the fact that he stored all of that data. And yeah, combined with his wealth and power base, like, yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing also with House, is that, you know, he doesn't have, at least as far as the game is revealed, he doesn't have ambitions of conquering, like, the NCR or whatever. What he wants is he wants the NCR to keep coming to New Vegas and keep spending their money so he can keep getting more money so he can finance his technological advancement and everything. Vault 27. So yeah, so that's where, like I said, you know, House is definitely a... Like, I definitely think that they could use a rework for House. I think the problem is also they try to make... Because as New Vegas, you have the other option, siding with the Kings or siding with Benny. And I think that they're trying to make it more balanced than... Because if they give a whole bunch of stuff to House, then, like, why would anybody do the other paths? But... So I think they are trying to do a balance to that, to some extent, for that. But I do think that House definitely has some crazy advantages in... as a leader. That, again, are hard to represent in the game normally. Oh, Monster of the East. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. Oh, there's Lanius's Legion. I wonder. So this is new because before they would break apart completely into civil war. I hope they just have Lanius's Legion until this war ends, because otherwise that's really annoying. Because it's weird stuff where like all the constituent factions in the Legion Civil War are all independent, and it's just very obnoxious. The NCR is not pushing nearly as quickly as I had hoped, though. I'm going to try start pushing back some, though. Because I think we do have an opportunity to start pushing back the front line a little bit. Getting some more breathing room. That was a bunch of divisions right there. Up 290. I mean, eventually we'll get him to where he'll have fewer divisions than the NCR has, like the entirety of Caesar's Legion. How's his manpower situation even doing? He has 5,000 in reserve. What's his conscription law? Everybody for the war. That's his economy law. Huh. Yeah, I think we just care the most about getting more soft attack. If he's down to, like, less than 300 divisions, about every 2 divisions we destroy is another 1% of his army gone. So we are getting there. Ah, yes, we want the monoplane fighter. There we go. Please, do not stand in the fountains. New things we can do. We have 2 high stability. Oh, well. State-funded radio programming that gives us more political power and radar stations, which is nice, and that reduced resistance target is really good for coring territory. Another thing I like in Old World Blues is that you can core territory if you get the resistance low enough and the compliance high enough, which, to be clear, I think makes sense in a Fallout New Vegas perspective, where basically, like things for your garrison laws, it's implied, wasteland pacification. You're actually dealing with, cleaning up the wasteland and making things better for people. So people are and there's not, a lot of places probably don't have the same sort of cultural identity that they would in, like, World War II, our timeline, World War II, such that people are more willing to be like, okay, we're more on board with this whole New Vegas guy. If, he's going to, get rid of all of the bandits and stuff. How many Special Forces divisions he seems to have, unless he's just using the moniker for whatever. For the icon. I guess if I start destroying a Special Forces division, then he just keeps making new ones. Enjoy your time on the Vegas Strip. Oh wait, did I do a good old debug smooth? Yeah, there we go. Free performance to turn off frame smoothing. Scavengers found something? Cool. Again, these sort of tech bonuses will become less important over time, but they're still nice to get. Yeah, we're not going to be building those. Or a Sorrows operative? Okay. Yeah, where's the Thunderdome in terms of resistance and compliance? 40%. We're still building compliance. Yeah, we'll just wait, because the resistance, even if we smack the resistance down a bunch, it'll just climb back to the resistance target, so worry about that later. Once we get to peace, and also they're capitulated, they'll have a much lower resistance target, and also if I were to actually do, like, Wasteland Pacification on them. But I don't do that everywhere, because that costs a lot of Securitrons, although, honestly, we're getting to the point where maybe we could consider doing that. How much manpower are we losing? We're losing like 1,023, which is about how much manpower we're gaining each month. Although, okay, interesting. Activity stopped by garrison. Maybe it would actually be beneficial. I don't know. He's definitely putting divisions in here slower, though. I think he's realizing he's in a bad spot with how few divisions he has overall. Yeah, he has a lot of aircraft, though. Alright, I think so. Most important things are air attack, agility, and air defense. So 10, 12, 50, 12, 14, 45, 10, 12, 50, 10, 12, 45, 10, 12, 50. Yeah, so I think the extra air attack and air defense is worth it for the monoplane fighter. They might also be a little bit more expensive. Yeah, they're a tad bit more expensive, but I think it's worth it. I think those are the best dogfights we have. Debatably, those assault airships could be good in because in air combat, air defense matters a lot more. So debatably, those could be good. I don't know. Who's Farson? Will not be pushed around. Oh wow, he's hitting that spot pretty hard.
Self-control is a virtue.
Get that extra war support, which is just nice. What's he doing? Yeah, so Lanius' Legion has sub 200 divisions. The NCR has more divisions than him proper. The overall faction still has around 250 or so divisions, but they're losing them.
Strip secure.
If I record this okay, I've recorded this province. Haven't recorded this province because it belongs to the 80s. But we probably want to go ahead and switch to Wasteland Pacification on the 2/15th. Because we're going to want to core that territory to get a lot of resources in TV Town. Yeah, so we want those advanced components for ourselves. Right now, we can't really buy components from a whole lot of people. Oh, geez, I got to stop him.
Do not stand in the mountains.
We gotta leave the port empty so you keep sending troops in there. Contact loss, so then you gotta immediately send a rescue team, because if I don't do that, I will forget. That's the thing I can do. Yeah, and you can always just find him again. Alright, more air tech. So yeah, division support blimp. The third, okay, so 70, 30, 10. 70, 30, 10. 70, 33, 10, 12. A little bit better. I'm gonna go ahead and start on that, but I will go ahead and get some of those heavy monoplane fighters out.
Welcome to the Vegas Strip. Vegas doesn't need your trouble. Self-control is a virtue.
Two 265 divisions at most, we are getting there. The problem is, like, once he gets to a low enough number of divisions, he might be able to start training divisions faster than we can destroy him, because the fewer divisions he has overall, the fewer divisions he's actually going to start sending into this pocket. Which you can already see he's only sending, like, 1 or 2 divisions at a time now. What's crazy is he's attacking us pretty aggressively down here.
Strip secure.
Taking quite a bit of damage. I mean, like, I'm wondering what our overall... Oh my. We have lost 2,000 to 7,000 overall because of attrition. But we have inflicted massive amounts of losses to him. Jeez.
Self-control is a virtue.
Alright, how much would it actually cost to put logistics companies in here? Yeah, we can afford that overall. What does that give us? A little bit more defense. A little bit more energy cell capacity. Overall increases our cell usage. Interesting, because I thought logistics companies normally reduce usage, but oh well. Big initiative bonus. And the big thing is that you get a big supply usage reduction, which I think is worth it. So we'll go ahead and add it. Again, big increase to our manpower overall, but I think it's worth it to reduce our supply problems. Especially when you consider that I'm also stacking other big supply usage reduction modifiers. How you doing? This guy's probably not going to level up for a while. I think most of these guys are sort of capping it. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and take this guy and promote him, I think. Yeah, because we want the guy without increased supply consumption modifier.
Please, do not stand in the mountains.
Need to get a new commander. I've got so many people that can get medals.
No violence is permitted on the strip.
What does this guy have? Division speed reduced. Really high division attack. Interesting. Division recovery rate, leader experience, game planning. Not bad. And I always do local leader for that extra army size, because the other one not that great. I guess the extra leader experience gain can be good, but for me, I'd rather have some of these other bonuses. So let's see, now we can buff this guy even further. I'm just looking for their supply consumption, because supply consumption is the big thing you want to get if you can. Fortunate leader, so yeah, that's what we're going for. Rain penalty reduction plus 15%, that could be really good also. We'll get the supply consumption for now. Yeah, and then Sneering Imperialist will probably be what we get next, because that extra 15% terrain penalty reduction is going to be pretty good.
Please obey all women.
So we find a guy who has, like, a good amount of supply consumption, so we can see for one of our divisions. So their supply usage is 1.98. So it's a bit lower than the rated supply consumption, 2.38.
Welcome to the Vegas Strip.
Go ahead and research more of those, why not? Oh, geez.
Welcome to the Vegas Strip.
This is the problem, like, this is a weak division that's going to go in and reinforce. Okay, we should be able to break him back out.
Please, do not stand in the mountains.
Yeah, see, if our healthy divisions from here were reinforcing there, then we'd be in a much better position, but oh well. Additionally, I will say, just regarding the channel, so we're almost at 70 subscribers when I checked, so I'm very thankful for all the people that are subscribing. We're growing the channel pretty
Please obey all
pretty well, but outpacing my expectations.
No violence is permitted on the strip.
And also, this is going to be a shorter stream today. I don't know. I'll probably only be streaming, like, maybe another hour or two. I do have some other stuff I gotta go take care of. I gotta go get my flu shot today. If you're in the United States, remember it is flu season, so I highly encourage people to get their flu shots, because getting the flu sucks. Getting sick in general sucks.
No violence is permitted on the strip.
Let's see. More building slots, always. Scavenge with vehicles. That should be all our options. Ooh, open the hangars. Let me just mark these as all important. 60 army XP, and then we can get advanced ballistics weaponry. Yeah, let's do that.
Please, do not stand in the fountains.
Yes, I think we've about stabilized these training divisions about as quickly as we're destroying them, it seems. Go ahead and train, like, another 16 divisions just to beef up our front over here.
Self-control is a virtue.
Oh yeah, and how many fighters do we have? We have 30... Whoa, 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 what are you guys... Hold up, hold up, what are you guys doing? Good, get a quick vibe on the rest of the... So things have stabilized, I think, in the north for the most part, because a lot of the regional wars. The Sisters of Steel are interesting. They have their relatively big faction, but they're part of the Brotherhood of Steel. Is the Provisional Republic of Texas, which is Texan Brotherhood. I think they've been engaged in that war for a while. And then, yeah, they're fighting... Santa Anna's fighting against the Rio Pact.
Please obey all weapon laws.
I get maintenance companies to try and reduce our Securitron attrition losses just because we are losing a lot to attrition. See, this is something I don't get. But losses by attrition with a subsection in combat. Don't quite get that. I guess I'd be better off bringing these divisions out from here and sending them down here to help start pushing back.
Always a pleasure.
Alright. Our divisions... Okay, not all of them.
Enjoy your time.
So only some of them strat redeployed, it looks like. Okay. Oh yeah, we should... what's the... Okay, we need to award a bunch of,
Do not stand
medals. Go for giving everybody a supply consumption medal, ideally. Because it's minus 15% supply consumption, which is very nice. You guys already have a medal. I guess I could go into, there's the
your time on the
field commander list. So then you could see the people who already have medals are these guys, so then I can just go through and select these other ones. And you can give people multiple copies of the same medal, but each subsequent version of the medal gives half the effect, so obviously I would prefer to give everybody the first minus 15% than giving people like a second 7.5%. Now, sometimes if you watch some of the streams previously, if I make really big breakthrough divisions, sometimes you'll want to just pack as many supply consumption reductions as possible because you're going to have like a bunch of tanks that are super, super expensive divisions with really high supply consumption, so you want to try and get that as low as possible. When I get check something on my phone. What else? All right.
No violence is permitted on the strip.
Need more of those. Oh yeah, I wanted to deploy our planes. Let's see here. Let's see how well they do. Interesting that we're shooting down enemy fighters by AA. I suppose we can have them do other... Like, I think these guys you can technically... Yeah, you can basically have them do ground attack and stuff. Oh, hey, and we can get other aces. Interesting. I guess we'll get a 10% guy. Funny that they all have robot names, but they're all have, like, human faces.
Strip secure.
How's he doing on divisions overall? So still hovering around like 250 divisions total. NCR is not pushing super aggressively. That's fine. We will come and start doing some damage now.
Move along. Always a pleasure.
Unfortunately, this is going to absolutely destroy our front lines because of all the wasteland provinces and or wasteland borders and whatnot. But oh well. How many casualties have we inflicted? Yes, we have taken the lead in terms of most casualties inflicted. Our land combat damage is absolutely massive to him. Oh, man. We did, in fact, give them guns. To touch the skies, we managed to dig out. Yeah, whatever. Better than nothing. And now, manual prospectors, alright.
Enjoy all the Vegas Strip has to offer. Please obey all orders. Please, do not stand in the fountains.
How are we doing in our plane fighting? Our fighters lost 50 fighters lost? Okay, never mind. So, This is going to be one of those good old-fashioned, you just need a ton of planes before you can actually start engaging the enemy, because if the enemy has a lot more planes than you, they just do way more damage to you. Ugh. That's annoying. Oh well. That means we're going to want more factories on fighters then. 50 factories on fighters, which is good because that means we need to import less of these advanced materials, and we just have so many Securitrons in reserve right now. Yeah, 24,000, that's like another 100 divisions we could deploy, so we're pretty good on that front. How are we doing on industry tech? Oh yeah, I guess navies are a thing, in fact. Yeah, well, yeah, we have quite the stockpile, both from producing a bunch of Securitrons, but also having a bunch of getting a bunch of equipment we've captured from all the fighting we've been doing, because we don't use like infantry equipment and stuff. We just don't really use it all. So we've taken 1,000 casualties so far and inflicted 150, 170, 195, 230, 245, 265, so over 250,000 casualties, and we've taken 1,000.
No violence is permitted on the strip. Strip secure.
Start advancing some more.
Please obey all weapon laws. Always a pleasure.
Oh man, we couldn't break that division, lame.
Please obey all
Okay, so most of our divisions are over here now, so we'll just have them engage in the offense. Oh yeah, I forgot this is a... I guess we'll switch these guys out then.
Move along.
What is that? Tango? Yeah.
No violence.
Switch him to this guy. Again, in Old World Blues, you can just get some of these guys that...
Time on the Vegas.
They have Lone Wolf, so they get big attack and defense bonus, but they have no entrenchment and can't lead nearly as many armies. So, pretty annoying. You can kind of offset that with local leader, but... Yeah, and unfortunately, HOI4 doesn't really have any way to retire generals, so you're kind of just stuck with them.
Move along. Enjoy all the Vegas Strip has to offer.
This sucks that he has air superiority, because that just makes it tougher for us to push.
Always a pleasure.
Where we can do tariff relief. Yeah, we are taking... Wow, we are taking a lot of damage from his cast, actually. Ugh. Run from it, dread it. The AI always builds a stupid amount of planes. That's not a supply hub. Well, that is a supply hub. So we have to push to Ashton. Alright. Hey, start putting more divisions in the pocket. Hoover Dam's got to be a supply hub. Yeah, it is. So let's try and take it.
Always a pleasure.
This cast does so much damage.
Heavily engaged.
And we're not gonna get involved in all that.
No violence is permitted on the strip.
Uh, guess I should go ahead and start training these fighters, because training can help a lot when you're having to engage the enemy.
Always a pleasure.
New citizen care package for sure, state-funded radio programming, and scavenger vehicles. Anybody we can core? Yes. And now we need more political power.
Strip secure. Enjoy your time on the Vegas Strip. Always a pleasure.
Oh wait, do I have a resistance? Do they have continuous? Oh, they don't have the. Oh wait, there they are. Probably actually won't be doing resistance suppression for the -5% resistance target, which will give us more states able to core. Granted, we're going to save up less political power, but I think that -5% resistance target is worth it. That should get a lot more states within coring range without needing to switch to, say, Wasteland Pacification. Speaking of which, what's the rate of losses we're taking? Oh, okay, cool. We only lost 688 manpower. Much better. Another state we can core. Intervention may only embolden them. We'll worry about that later.
Please, do not stand in the fountains.
Just basically searching for, yeah, so you see some of these guys have, like, that guy's actually plus 15%, that's a really good ace. But basically, you know, we have a bunch of these 5%, then we have these 10%, which for these guys, really, it's only agility that matters, but it's still beneficial for us to get more of them. Also gonna go ahead and max out building more air bases, because we could use them. This can become a bottleneck later on. Oh, is the NCR actually coming in and contesting air superiority here? That's actually something I'm curious about. What's his plane total airplane count? Is it all these guys? NCR has a good number of planes, huh? Interesting. Well, that emboldens me into thinking that I can just send my planes up and win, brute force them down. Alright, let's see how these guys do if I send them up now. Our air attack is higher than their air defense. Our average agility is lower than theirs. What kind of planes is he using? Alright, never mind. Hold the air wings. We're going to need a bigger numerical advantage then.
Do not stand in the fountains. Please, do not stand in the fountains.
Okay, I guess we'll get the extra Air Force intelligence. Give me a better estimate on the plane situation. I'll just keep them training.
Self-control.
I don't really want to do anything because I don't want to take a bunch of damage from ground attack and whatnot.
Enjoy all the Vegas Strip has to offer.
Ugh.
Please, do not stand in the fountains.
Ugh. I just don't get why we take so many more losses. I mean, the stats can't be that much better than us. I guess I did do, like, the light aircraft one to get the extra agility and speed, but I wouldn't think that's going to be that much of a difference. To be granted, those guys probably have pretty high experience, so maybe that's the problem. Let's send them up again. And now we're trading a lot better. Yeah, I don't know what gives. It really is that numerical difference. That numerical difference can make a big difference in planes. It's why, like, if you've watched me play late game vanilla Hearts of Iron 4 before, you'll see me complain. The AI just has so many planes, and like even if you have better planes, the numerical difference makes a big deal. All right, cool. We got control for the skies, so now we can come in here with all our heavy cast planes and really ruin the AI's day. And we have so many aces, we can just put a bunch of aces out. Two aces already died in the initial engagements. Okay, now he's got more planes in there, but we should be able to cause him a lot of problems. Now, let's see who's bringing in ground attack now. Answer, it's us.
Enjoy all the things this trip has to offer.
Oh yeah, we are doing a lot more damage to him. Losing some bombers in air battle, but he's losing a lot more planes, and we're going to be able to absorb the losses a lot better than he can. Because again, I'm pretty sure the only person with planes, as far as we can tell, is a Soul, and maybe Iron Alliance has some planes. Yeah, Iron Alliance has some planes, and oh, I guess Navajo also has some planes. So, all right, so maybe like 600 planes total, but we should be able to handle that, which we appear to be doing. Hello. Still crazy to me though that with all our firepower and everything, we are still having a bit of a tough time pushing. Let's see. Yeah, that one we should be able to win just by virtue of our close air support.
Self-control is virtue.
Oh yeah, we are trading very well. Again, we're losing a lot of close air support to air battle, but that's fine because we stockpiled a good amount of close air support. Our aces get shot down very easily though. Oh, yep. The reason I'm putting I don't really care about putting the 5% because at the end of the day, the ground attack bonus, say it's plus 3%, plus 5%, it's all very marginal. The like 10% agility is very good for our dogfighting airplanes, so that's why I try to prioritize getting those plus 10%, plus 15% agility bonuses on our fighters as opposed to our close air support. Was that a wet stowage? That actually does make sense. Let's see, which air region is Hoover Dam? So Hoover Dam is part of the North Mojave, it looks like. Yeah. Let's just see if we can break through to Hoover Dam. Yep, we're getting our close air support, which is all that really matters. Yeah, they should be running out of planes now. 120, 74, 150. Yeah, they're all losing their planes pretty quickly. So we should pretty soon have just uncontested air superiority. Again, costing us the bombers. It'd be more efficient to hold the bombers for the time being, but I think keeping the bombers out forces him to send more of his fighters out to try and stop them. But I think it networks out in our favor. Because again, we've stockpiled a lot of bombers, and we have a huge industrial base. So it doesn't really hurt us at all at the end of the day. Do a quick check on anybody I can core.
Enjoy all the Vegas Strip has to offer. Innocent visitors, please disperse.
Okay, this one we're having a harder time break through just because it is so many divisions, but we'll get there.
Self-control is a virtue.
Okay, maybe not done a lot of close air support damage and still not breaking through.
Do not stand in the fountain.
Oh, we can keep trying.
Self-control is a virtue.
Not like we're hurting for Securitrons or anything. My biggest worry would be if we start losing a lot of manpower, but we're still doing pretty good on manpower, and we could always raise our conscription law as needed. And we're getting more manpower as we core states up. So.
Please obey all limit laws. Strip secure. Please obey all limit laws. Please, do not stand in the fountains.
Alright. What else we got? Just a bunch of factories to repair in territory we've taken.
Welcome to the
Might also be getting strategically bombed. Oof. Our combat casualties are pretty bad. But we're still above 50% war score, which is the big thing. There's so much damage we've done in this combat.
self-control is a virtue.
Alright, and what's the plane situation? Yeah, he's still losing lots of planes. And now, we're starting to take more AA losses, which the AA losses are just something you have to deal with when it comes to close air support. So yeah,
Welcome to the Vegas
we will get there. Actually, take that guy out pretty easily, I think.
Enjoy all the Vegas Strip has to offer. Enjoy your time on the Vegas Strip. Move along. Move along.
Interesting that we seem to be shooting down some of his support planes, but they don't seem to be doing any actual damage, so I guess we're just shooting them down as soon as they get into the fight. Ooh, extra 10% political power? Don't mind if I do. That'll help with coring.
Always a pleasure.
Keep knocking these divisions down. This is a battle for Hoover Dam. God, I don't think I've ever seen either of these get to 1,000, but we might do it in this battle. We are taking more casualties from this, but he's got to be taking a lot of casualties from us breaking those divisions over and over again. Is he counterattacking us?
Always a pleasure.
That was weird.
Please obey all weapon laws. Welcome to the Vegas Strip.
Why does Army XP keep going down periodically? Is it when I research certain texts, they just automatically use Army XP? That's got to be what it is, because I've been wanting to get up to 60 for a while now.
Enjoy your time on the Vegas Strip. Strip secure. No violence is permitted on Strip. Always a pleasure.
The total number of divisions, it's still hovering around 250 or so.
Enjoy all the Vegas Strip has to offer. Always a pleasure. Please obey all weapon laws. Move along. Move along. Please, do not stand in the fountains. Move along. Self-control is a
Oh, yep, we got over 1,000 organization damage dealt. Man. If we get enough production, I could start building the airships, but... Okay, yeah, so that's just eating up all our Army XP whenever we do that, okay. I might just give myself some... Well, we'll eventually research everything, so it's not a huge deal.
Enjoy your time on the Vegas Strip. Please obey all weapon laws.
More states to core? Yes.
No violence is permitted on the Strip.
This is crazy. This battle's got to have been going on for months at this point. Will we hit 1,000 strength damage? Yeah, probably. Oh, it's about to end? Oh, it's over. We did it. Hooray. Managed to secure Hoover Dam. So now let's send, I'll go ahead and just send, oh man, a lot of aces got shot down. Again, they did the air rework in Hearts of Iron 4, but I'm like, could you guys do like something about like aces, make it a little bit easier to like auto replace and auto assign aces? And maybe sort by like ace quality. Alright, let me take like 2 of these guys, let's send them over here.
Welcome to the Vegas Strip.
And more things to spend money on, grain solicitations, scavenger vehicles. Oh wow, 5 divisions? That's a... I haven't seen that many divisions there in a while. I know there were 6, but one of them it looks like managed to escape. Oh, we have sub 250 divisions. That's what we like to see.
Always a pleasure.
Actually, probably attack here and maybe encircle like 4 or 6 divisions, actually, if we're a little smart. Okay,
Strip secure.
start attacking those guys.
Excuse me.
I'll take 4 divisions. Yeah, we got 4 divisions. Good enough for me.
Obey all equipment logs.
I want to switch our design company if we're going to research tanks, so I'm kind of just looking for other stuff. Oh yeah, we have just so much naval tech to research.
Enjoy all the Vegas Strip has to offer. Please obey all equipment logs.
Alright, and then if we pull off an encirclement down here with the NCR, that'll be a bunch of divisions encircled.
Please obey all
Should be very bad for him. Actually, let's go for Ashton because this is their supply hub. This should be their main supply artery. If we cut, well, technically they've got a road, so if they've got another supply hub, they can get supply that way. But this should hurt their logistics a lot, and it'll give us some much-needed supply.
Please, do not stand in the fountains. Enjoy your time on the Vegas Strip. Please, do not stand in the fountains.
More operatives. This is why we invested in counterintelligence. I'll get another 10 divisions. We could use the extra divisions out there now.
Enjoy your time on the Vegas Strip.
How bad of a state is the NCR in that they just cannot be pushing at all?
Enjoy your time. Vegas.
Like, I bled the Legion so significantly, and still the NCR hasn't managed to retake the Boneyard. I'm impressed at how much compliance he's able to get. I guess Lanius gets extra compliance.
Vegas doesn't need your trouble. Welcome to the Vegas Strip. Move along. No violence is permitted on the strip. Enjoy your time.
Alright, we should be able to just encircle a bunch of divisions here.
Please obey
Yep.
all within
So this should be... Looks like at least 10 divisions encircled now.
permitted on the strip.
If we close this front for the NCR, this will also help them because
Secure.
they'll be able to direct more of their forces towards,
Enjoy all the Vegas Strip has to offer. Please obey all within.
they'll be able to redirect more forces to their main front with Caesar's Legion, which should hopefully result in them pushing more. I would vastly prefer the NCR, because they're going to have to march all the way through Lanius' Legion to capitulate everyone. And I really do not want to be the person doing that. I would much rather be fighting wars with other states up here and getting more territory. Speaking of which, did this guy ever complete his focus? Oh, looks like it.
Please obey all weapon laws. Please do not stand in the mountains. Move along. Engaging.
Oh, geez. So, yep, Santa Ana won. So, that's another thing. You can get a big dust up between Santa Ana and Lanius' Legion. Or like the Republic of Texas, if that gets big enough. But it looks like the NRC is actually pushing on
Welcome to the
these
Vegas
guys.
Strip. Innocent visitors, please disperse. Heavily engaged.
Let's see, those divisions aren't ready to deploy yet. And we are sort of out of our air support region.
No violence is permitted on the
But
strip.
our divisions should be good enough. I mean, it's not like he has air support, which was a big part of what was giving us problems. Oh wow, that's a lot more. I think it's like over 20 divisions we probably are getting here.
Please do not stand in the fountains.
Alright, yeah, I need to like just quick deploy all these guys because I need the extra divisions out. Close up this encirclement. If I do things right, I kind of want to, so you can like kind of close the valley here and trap some divisions in the Hidden Valley, but right now that'd only be like 4 divisions we would encircle. But we might be able to trap a lot more divisions in the Mojave, and that would be nice. Do I want to switch? What does the tank manufacturer get? Reduced production costs? Yeah. I don't know. You could just keep doing naval tech, because there's so much naval tech to research.
Always a pleasure. Enjoy your time on the Vegas Strip.
Alright, let's redirect a bunch of our close air support to here now. I think we'll actually end up helping the NCR some with this. Whole world factory schematics, cool. More building slots, always nice. And send out more prospectors.
Enjoy your time on the Vegas Strip. Enjoy all the Vegas Strip.
Oh yeah, that's like 20 some divisions for sure. Okay, yeah, so that was like 25 divisions. This is gonna be pretty severe for him. Gonna drop to like, might drop to just, well, probably about 200 division, probably not below 200, but they'll get there. Oh, so much damage. Alright. More Navy stuff that we'll totally end up using, guys, for sure. Kinda annoying that I grabbed it, but whatever. Oh, cool, and wait, no, that's not a pocket, never mind. I will need to take some divisions, because, you know in the good old NCR, they're gonna just,
All equipment lost.
screw up something, and then I'm gonna need divisions holding the spot right here. There we go. Oh, hey, some power armor divisions.
No violence in enough strip. Enjoy your time on the Vegas Strip.
Well, let's train up another 10 divisions then. Fill out that 16-man stack. So what does that get us down to? 214 divisions at most. Come on, NCR. Get a carry of them. Like, well, I do wonder. Maybe it'd be worth it for me to get more planes out. Wait, I can build planes in these wasteland provinces? Hold up. Actually, will they work? Might be an easy encirclement to get right here.
Self-control is a virtue.
Looks like it.
Strip secure.
Ooh, another 5 divisions here. Still not sub 200 for the upper estimate, but we're getting there.
No violence in enough strip.
The blood of super mutants soaks Texan soil. God, Santa Ana's getting big. How are we doing core Tar Walker territory? Uh, am I just not seeing the Tar Walkers? Oh no, we finished coring them. So do we have? Yeah, the 215 we're doing wasteland pacification on. Basically crush them. The 80s, since we're gonna annex all of their territory, probably worth it to go ahead and switch to wasteland pacification for them. Yeah.
Always a pleasure. Welcome to the Vegas Strip. Please, do not stand in the fountains. Strip secure. Please obey all weapon laws.
How many do we have more close air support in reserve? Yeah, we do. Split all these guys in half. Put more aces out. Alright, we'll have these guys
Enjoy all
push.
the Vegas Strip has to offer.
I guess, in theory, if we were to able to push across the NCR, we could encircle, like, his entire army, but then the NCR wouldn't push into Legion territory themselves, and it'd be a little bit annoying for us to deal with. Not sub 200 as an upper limit. Looks like the upper area is sort of stabilized. I guess at this point, wars are just sort of getting bogged down pretty heavily. Like, these guys have been at war for a really long time. Because we're the ones who know to build up a bunch of close air support.
Strip secure. Always a pleasure.
Alright, let's go ahead and close this part of the pocket off. And then we might be able to get a little bit of a pocket down here.
Self-control is a enjoy your time.
So can I just swoop down here?
Move along. Enjoy your time on the Vegas Strip. Move along. Enjoy all the Vegas Strip has to offer. Welcome to the Vegas Strip. Enjoy all the Vegas Strip has to offer. Please obey all weapon laws. No violence is permitted on the strip.
Ah, sub 200, yeah! Oh, that's nice to see. The new plan now, we're basically done doing this whole encirclement deal. There we go, that's done. Gonna grab these guys, assign them to this army. This is the 10. That's right. Well, never mind. We're not going to do that.
Please obey all weapon laws. Move along.
Okay, assign that guy down there. I guess I'll grab these guys. Assign them here.
Always a pleasure. Move along.
Like half of these guys I just have to put in a separate army, half of them be here, and then the other half be
Enjoy all the Vegas Strip has to offer. No
the orange.
violence is permitted on the Strip.
Oh wait, I did put the orange group there. Well, never mind then. We can have them all.
Enjoy your time on the Vegas Strip. No violence is permitted on the Strip.
Over here, I guess. Should be fine.
Always a pleasure. Enjoy your time on the Vegas Strip. Enjoy your time on the Vegas Strip.
So we have local leader. Go ahead and grab the supply consumption for this guy, because we're going to need it. Oh, we only have basic naval tech. I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Please.
Alright, we can get like a little bit of encirclement there.
Please. Do not stand in the front.
Cut off his retreat there.
Always a pleasure. Enjoy your time on the Vegas Strip. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Welcome to the Vegas Strip.
We can grab these provinces. We can get a pretty good encirclement around Helios 1 and Hidden Valley. Be like another 10 divisions or so.
Please. Do not stand in the fountains. Self-control is a virtue.
Alright.
No violence is permitted on the Strip. Welcome to the Vegas Strip. Enjoy all the Vegas Strip has to offer.
Oh wow, more factories. Shoot, good question. I don't know what we want to build. I mean, I guess I may as well get like one factory building. Let's see, we have riot control gear, we don't have anybody building these. Nobody building incinerators, I don't think. Or heavy machine guns. Or rocket launchers. Nope. And I'll go ahead and make another line of Securitrons up here, just so that we always have at least, say, 50 factories making Securitrons in case something weird happens with our resource allocation or our factory allocation. Alright, those guys can stop advancing.
Welcome to the Vegas Strip.
Alright, I need, like, these three guys, because technically we've encircled Mojave now. I need to grab these guys, have them defend Needles. Those guys are going to try and cross into Cottonwood Cove. I think one division might be enough.
Please. Do not
Have those
stand
guys
in
try
the
and
mountains.
push down. And then these guys can just all advance. Aggressively. Wait, why can't they cross here? Maybe it's because you have naval superiority.
Please obey all weapon orders.
You know what, it doesn't really matter getting the first tier of improvised tank, because we can get the wasteland tank after. So, don't worry about that.
Self-control is a virtue. Always a
Alright, this guy
pleasure.
can go back in the main army. You guys need to actually, like, destroy that encircled division.
Vegas doesn't need your trouble.
And you guys can also halt your advance, because you advanced pretty far.
Always a pleasure. Self-control is a virtue.
Oh, we dropped into sub 150 divisions, yet still the NCR can't seem to get their stuff together. We're going to need to let the record show I don't want to do this, guys, but I don't really have much of a choice. So what we're going to have to do is form up a
Enjoy your time on the Vegas Strip.
big field marshal army. So these four guys can go back in here.
No violence is permitted on the strip.
What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to separate these guys out into their own separate
Welcome to
army.
the Vegas Strip. No violence is permitted on the strip.
I'll train another 26 Securitrons divisions.
Please obey all weapon laws. Always a pleasure.
So I'll go ahead and make a field marshal. Actually, wait, there's I forget. If you shift right click. Yeah, now it's a smooth field marshal order.
Strip secure.
Yeah, I guess these guys will just keep along the border near Vegas for in case he does some silly naval invasion or something. Also need a lot more power now. Oh, hooray, advanced ballistics weaponry, finally. Not that we were really going to use it, but hey, may as well get it. How many planes has he got? Alright, fine. Bring our planes in. What? Freaking naval invasions.
On the Vegas Strip.
We're almost out of, like, research options. I mean, I guess we'll get a little bit more when we get the ballistic weaponry. Advanced ballistic weaponry.
Welcome to the Vegas Strip.
Alright, show field commanders. A bunch of leader experience gain, plus 50% leader skill bonuses. Interesting. Hate that you have to, like,
Secure.
when you promote them, you have to click out, then click again before you can actually assign them, and we want local leader.
Please.
We're gonna want to put them in there.
Stand in the fountains.
Delete that order,
Strip secure.
and then generate a new one.
Enjoy all the Vegas Strip has to offer.
Now then,
Enjoy your
forget
time
if we
on the
promote
Vegas
this
Strip.
guy. Unable to promote. Need 800 and what? Is that because their promotion cost is... Why is this guy's promotion cost so high? It must be a consequence of being a lone wolf, I guess. Oh well. I guess we could move our one field marshal over to this one because he'd be more important. He'd be more relevant over here.
No
But yeah,
violence
execute the
is
plan aggressively and just go. We should be able to overrun most of Arizona. Oh, cool. Base war support. Don't mind if I do. Oh, we could probably core more territory. My Securitrons are just a swarm. And I don't have to care about attrition losses because we have so many Securitrons, really. I guess just build more I'll buff up the fighter production, I guess. And then I'll go ahead and make another 150 line of Securitrons, I guess. Maybe put another 10 factories on support robots. Okay, he started to fall. South Phoenix, you probably want to just push on South Phoenix, because honestly, that might get us the victory points we need.
Please obey all weapon laws.
Doubtful he's going to be able to threaten us there.
Enjoy your time on the Vegas Strip.
God, I have to capitulate so many of his faction members. That is so annoying. I always hate that.
Enjoy all the Vegas Strip has to offer.
Especially with a faction like Caesar Legion, where it makes no sense that they would, keep this up without Caesar, but for the Legion in general. But oh well, more Securitrons will be needed. How do you get victory points back?
Please, do not stand in the fountains.
Oops. Go ahead and reassign Tango. I don't even know what my divisions are doing at this point over here. They're just kind of going. Well, so much for the NCR handling this capitulation.
Welcome to the Vegas Strip. Enjoy your time on the Vegas Strip. Welcome to the Vegas Strip. Welcome to the Vegas Strip.
Oh hey, and I finally got Caesar Legion to start, or the NCR to start pushing. Good for them.
No violence is permitted on the Strip.
Ugh. Go ahead and shore up that front.
Self-control.
And those guys, I don't think I need to worry about a naval invasion there anymore.
Enjoy all the
Okay, let me
Vegas Strip
just
has to
delete
offer.
like these parts of the front line and let our divisions kind of leave. Because the NCR should be able to handle this for the most part.
No violence is permitted on the Strip.
How many casualties up? We broke 2k casualties. We'll probably hit 3,000 when it's all said and done. Please tell me Lannis the Legion back. Yes! Alright. Now we need to actually break up the offensives more with more care.
Always a pleasure.
So the big one is Iron Alliance. They need to be brought down.
Please obey all weapon laws.
And then Navajo. Which... Why am I considered to be occupying that right now? I don't know.
Strip secure.
Oops. Did not mean to do that. Just convoys. If we're not careful and we build too much of a navy, that'll literally soak up all our manpower in our navy. I've done that before accidentally. Yeah, so I need to capitulate everybody. Guess 150 on each of these then. Probably put this line of Securitrons at higher priority though. And then like another line of Securitrons. There's a lot of factories, guys.
Always a pleasure.
These guys aren't doing anything, then yeah, come in here and also help out taking out Iron Alliance. How many divisions? Oh, he's got like no divisions left. Yeah, this is over. That's all considered non-core territory for him, I'm pretty sure. So, should capitulate him here. Alright.
Always a pleasure.
If I actually take the dead horses, I'll actually have a land connection with all this territory then. Well, technically a land connection through straits.
Always a pleasure.
Go for Tierra City, that should capitulate him, hopefully. Yep. Alright, now it's just Iron Alliance to end the war.
Move along. Always a pleasure.
Yes! Yes! We did it. Alright. Yeah, NCR, you're getting nothing from this. I did everything. That's a big fleet. Watch me use all my manpower in my fleet now. The exact same thing I warned against. Oh wait, I can annex the Mojave. Beautiful! I can annex the Mojave territories. Oh, that's amazing, actually. That's great. Oh boy. Then yeah, first things first, 100% annexing all of the 80s. And then 100% annexing the Mojave territories. And then yeah, let's do it. Get all of Lanius's Legion. Now that's a big New Vegas. Man. Yeah. That is a giant New Vegas. Oh, we shouldn't even need to use that much manpower to garrison at all. Now we can start coring a bunch of territory. Now that we've actually fully annexed the 80s territory. So yeah, time to get our divisions into position. Okay, Santana's gonna fight a big war with them. Oh, he knocked out. Oh, he knocked out the Provisional Republic of Texas. Yeah, that's probably gonna be our next really big war. Um, yeah. The NCR will probably try to go to war with us.
Self-control is a virtue.
So yeah, we just got to pull back our divisions. I'll just make some fallback lines in here generally.
No violence is permitted on the strip. Self-control.
Just so that we have our troops in better positions.
Please, do not stand in the fountains. Enjoy your time on the Vegas Strip.
Then what? Yeah, we have a border. Actually, we have this huge border with Vault City now that we're going to have to defend because they're in the NCR. Oh, cool. We can actually do New World Order now. All right, invest stimulus. We are not investing our stimuluses right now. War propaganda. I don't think we need war propaganda right now. Oh yeah, repair Hoover Dam. Yeah, let's do that. Oh yeah, we probably don't need to be importing energy anymore. We have all that energy in Hoover Dam.
Enjoy all the Vegas Strip has to offer.
Let's go ahead and get a spy reducing resistance in Hoover Dam. Because we're going to want to core that ASAP. Oh god. This does make me appreciate Cold War Iron Curtain, where you could click and just auto queue up a bunch of stuff to be built across all your states. So you didn't have to do this. Still Kimball in charge, interesting. I'm so happy that we were able to take the Mojave territories, though. That was really nice. Because we need that for a bunch of our focuses. Probably going to be my priorities, finishing up a lot of those focuses. New citizen care package, absolutely. Probably have a lot of garrisoning we're doing. Yeah. Partially sporadic outposts is not too expensive. I imagine we're probably losing, 1,000 manpower. Definitely need to be coring states as we can. But we can't core because we don't have an adjacent one. We also don't have enough political power, but do that one, and then we should be able to get TV Town, which will give us a big boost to our resources. Oh yeah, that's right. We have very little building slots because non-core controller. That's right.
Please obey all weapon laws. Enjoy your time on the Vegas Strip. Please obey.
May as well take some of these guys we could probably knock out. Start working on knocking out Protectron Security Hub and some of these smaller tags. But that's probably a good place to call it. A mighty New Vegas indeed. Alright. Well, I might stream some more later today, but you know, we have this one doing. Maybe I'll pick up some more Skyrim. Maybe we'll check out another HOI mod. Whoops, I should have saved with the stream part 4 end. But yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.